Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Jared Goff, the Lions, big win in Kansas City, getting the NFL season started. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So before we dive into the video, quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. If you're looking to support the channel and get even more Quarterback School content, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. I appreciate your support. The link is in the video description. As for this video, let's get into it. Jared Goff, the Lions, big win to start the season off here. Love this drift post to get going at the bottom of the screen. Jared Goff, really nice footwork, timing, rhythm right up on him. Even footwork here going to the left, so going to be 6 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom! Hit that back foot. The ball is right on him. Allows for a little yak as well. Again, really popular concept all across the league. Love how they get there as well with a little play action. So we're going to be able to take our 6-step drop, even steps going to the left, hit that back foot, and then this drift post to me, it just gives a little bit of creativity, flexibility coming out of this thing. And again, the ball location is right on him. It's outstanding. It's precise. They are locked in, and we are rolling. Again, it almost looks robotic, but it's so precise footwork-wise. Boom! Look at that base, that throwing position. Little lowercase a as well. Roll it in there. Really nice. Play at full speed here for you. Right up on him. Go get you some. That's an outstanding little chunk, really well designed as well with the motion. The split flow action. Boom. Get those linebackers up. Buzz their ear. Nice chunk. Next one here, get meshy. Touchdown pass. A little bit unique here how they get here with the 2 1s running the mesh. But this is a really nice job from Goff here going 1 to 2. Put it right on him. Nice touchdown. Again, watch him go right. No to the rail. Yes to the mesh. Ball's right up on him. Outstanding. So when I'm talking about a little bit unique meshy, I'm talking about the number 1s here, counting eligibles outside in. They're the ones running the mesh. So this is where we're going to go with the touchdown. We're going to work the rail first, in my opinion here. So that's 1. It's not there, right to the shallow. Now, things to pay attention to. The over-the-top mesh does a decent job here of trying to set the rub without committing a foul. So when we're setting this mesh coming across here, we're trying to get a pick for whoever is trailing or running in the tailpipe of this shallow. So they cut this thing. He gets right into his tailpipe, but he doesn't hit him. There's no penalty. So it's just a nice job of executing at a really high level. And this is the outcome. Touchdown on the road. Rail, no. Mesh, yes. You can see the number 1 down here to the bottom. Set it. Get out of the way. Just enough. Touchdown. Really like this from Goff. Super efficient. Right, no. Under, yes. Beautiful throw, touchdown. Next one here, another play action chunk. This is what I'm used to calling a flag and a over combination flag to the bottom. So set that high corner and run the over from up top. Jared Goff does a really nice job dipping and ripping, resetting his feet and driving the ball. Okay, nice little chunk. It's not perfect. It's not, the cleanest look in the world, but I really like the top here at post fake from Goff. Hit that back foot up. Whoop. Trust it. Again, the linebacker is going to turn and rotate 50. So up on the fake. Don't bail. Up. Reset your feet. Dip and rip. And you can see 50 there. To me, when someone's got their back turn like this, this is a great indicator that it's open. So you're throwing this thing, and just because you see color here, so there's a red jersey right here, he's roboting. Roboting is just a technique where they fake here, and as they realize it's play action, they turn and try to hunt up overs and crossers. So you can see here, he's scanning left to right, looking for this type of crosser. Well, he looks the wrong way, and we're able to buzz the tower, put it right by his ear. But you can essentially throw it when the defender's back is turned, and really all he's covering is the width of his shoulders. Again, really nice job. You couple that with the pocket movement, dip and rip, boom. Go get it. Very nice. From the back here, you can appreciate the deep flag. So that deep flag down here is just a deep corner. A lot of teams will run this post over. I think it's more common when you're in a condensed formation. So you get to condensed, and I think it's more common to run what I'm calling this a flag and an over. If we were at normal kind of splits, I would say it's more common to see kind of over post. So that's more post over, but essentially it's the same play. I mean, for the quarterback, we're really thinking we got a shot opportunity, but really we're working that over. And again, really nice job from Goff being able to kind of get up in the pocket, salvage the play, make the throw good enough. Nice job. Watch that fullback also take the hit off here. So no, wrap all the way around, boom. That's a really nice job. Nice chunk. Next one here, another play action chunk. This one, I love the anticipation from Goff. We're going to rip the in down here to the bottom. To me, this is dagger-ish, a little bit unique with the spacing and how they get there. But this is a great job from Goff throwing this thing with anticipation. It's squeezing down on him. Again, it's not a perfect throw, but it's certainly good enough. Now, concept-wise, what am I talking about? I'm talking about at the bottom of the screen here. This, I'm going to say, is a post or clear, and then where the ball ends up going here, I'm going to give him something, get inside the corner, up, lean on him, and then kind of get into this dagger in area. And when we talk about anticipation, we're talking about when he hits this back foot and he decides to let this go, we're not out of this thing yet. So he's got to throw him in space. And again, when you play with anticipation, sometimes this accuracy will not look as precise because you're letting it go before the guy comes out of the route. So once he let this thing go, I mean, he's throwing it right there. Look at the receiver at the bottom, not into the in yet. And again, I'd probably make the argument that if that is an in down here by the bottom wide receiver, that he's rolling that thing in there as opposed to coming flat. So a better ball probably hits him in the chest. Again, from the back, hit that back foot, let it go. Again, good enough protection, not taking a shot, but it's certainly closing in on him, right? I mean, that's a lot of red jerseys. One more hitch and that thing's a wrap. In time, rhythm, chunk. This next one is a pretty nice rep for Jared Goff. I don't necessarily think of him as a big-time playmaker, but right here he's going to find the naked or over to the nub tight end, and it's kind of off-platform. Doesn't have his feet set. He's able to kind of flick it to him. It's a really nice job. I'm not sure about this concept, if I'm being honest, but get him out on the edge. No, yes. Again, that's pretty nice. I mean, this is not a throw I would think you see from him very often. Wrap it around a guy, throw it with anticipation. You can see when he lets it go, he's throwing it into a window. Ball's right on him. It's pretty sweet. Now, concept-wise here, the Chiefs are having a hard time getting lined up. They look like they're trying to rock and roll DBs. Whatever that route is by the new number one, the guy going in motion, it's probably not for me. Settle up there, but man, that throw, that's really nice. I mean, it really is. I don't think of Goff as like an off-platform, doesn't have to get his feet set type of guy, but this certainly is that throw. With a little arm angle, I mean, again, look at his feet. He's lined up to the left. Flip that thing to the right. I mean, that is nice. Let's go. Next one here, second and forever. This to me is a Jared Goff special. We're going to throw the wrap in up top to the number one. This is versus country cover 3. It's about as clean of a look as you'll ever see. Again, really nice patience from Goff. Great base as he's kind of waiting for this thing to develop. So going to be a really nice shot from the back here as far as just seeing his feet. No heel click. Got a good base the whole time. Wait. Boom. Rip it right into that, almost that like second window. So for me here, when I'm talking about wrap in, I'm thinking about, this brings me back to like what Goff was doing at his best with the Rams. Coming up and getting this wrap in. And so it's usually paired with what I'm used to calling a pivot or a gather hitch. And the reason it's called that is because you want it to gather the DB type. So whether he's engaged here or the defender back here drives this, you want someone driving this. And then get a little bit, why he has to wait a little bit is because he's got that second level player right here that you got to let this thing pass. So the pivot gather gets gathered up by the nickel player or the edge DB type, linebacker type. And then you've got to wait for this thing. So you can't let it go right when he wants to here. You kind of got to wait for it to get all the way past the hash. So nice little second window element. But I mean, this is Jared Goff's wheelhouse. Seen him do this for years. Feel that thing. And again, that's way too much space. Vroom. Beautiful. Right between the hashes. Nice big chunk again on an in-breaking route. There's a lot to like. And again, really nice pass protection as well because he's back there holding on to that thing. Hitch, hitch, hitch. But you can see as he hitches, he's not hitching forward. That's what I'm talking about when having a great base. You'll see a lot of young guys hitch, hitch, hitch forward. He's keeping that base from within the center of the pocket. And that allows him to buy enough time to drive that thing down the field. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, hop over there, join, become a member. The link is in the video description. You can get even more Quarterback School content over there. So if you enjoy how I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the most in-depth, detailed content that I provide and create. These courses are on my favorite football topics: RPOs, pass protection, tempos. How to beat every single coverage is the best-selling course. And we also have an entire offensive system available. Get over there, the link's in the video description, and enroll in a course. We also have a bunch of free resources available, also linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. Let's get back to the video. Next one here. This is a unique design. This is one of those things where it's combining a few different nakeds or keepers together. I'm used to calling this like T-counter bootish. You're trying to get it to the back immediately into the flat. So there are a few things that I'll talk about just the technique-wise, but very rarely do you see this play tethered and connected with what I'm used to calling a sneak or hide flat. Okay, so what exactly is going on here? The ball is trying to get here. So we're faking to him and we're trying to throw it to him. It's basically like an extended handoff. Now, the thing I talk about on this channel is, in my opinion, when you reverse out on this play, it's easier to two-hand fake because you keep the ball on your laces. When you reverse out and you open hand fake with the ball, left hand, well, then you have to switch it back to your right hand as you're going. Unnecessarily difficult, in my opinion. So that's normally the play. The other part of this is that they bring in the sneak or hide flat coming as well. So you've essentially got two people in the flat. Pretty cool. Then they add this kind of bang or seal flat. So he's going to seal the edge and then he drifts off. Now you'll see that a lot, but very rarely will you see three people in the flat like this. This is about as flat centric as you can possibly get. None of them are there. The thing I would add here is, if you're going to do this play where somebody's in the flat, the sneak flat is going as well, both those guys probably have to stay in motion. The back probably has to turn up, and then you probably only allow the seal or kind of delay flat to be the guy who kind of settles into space. You can't have two people settling because then it gets muddy. So unique design. It might be a little crowded, but you can see here three people in the flat like that, and the sneak flat 14 is settling, which I think muddies the picture. And really nobody's there. But cool design. Again, watch the ball handling from Goff. See him go left hand. So for my money, just go two hands there so you keep your right hand on the ball so you can throw it to the back quickly. No. And again, for my money, the second flat, the sneaker hide flat, covers up the tight end who probably would get the ball there. This next one is a pretty wild play. 3rd and 12. We're going to get the conversion throwing the in up top. It's a little funky how it gets there. For my money, this is one of those things where I'm not sure how sound or replicable this is. And or, you'd love for Goff to be able to say, oh my God, there's someone running down the middle of the field. He's wide ass open. I'm going to throw it to him. I think that's probably a little unrealistic on two fronts. Okay, one is he's hot down here to the bottom. Okay, so that's the first part. And what I mean by that is the whole part of this that's pretty crazy is him taking his drop, hitching, all to throw this in here while he's hot, meaning this guy is blitzing untouched, and he's still able to do that. Okay, that's not a world a lot of quarterbacks want to live in. Okay, now, yes, the number 2 up top is running down the middle of the field, essentially uncovered. But because we're hot here, I think it's really tough to say, hey, we're going to throw this in or work this like mini dagger up top. But you're hot over here, but we'd still love for you to see the guy running down the middle of the field wide ass open. Just doesn't make sense. The other part that doesn't make sense to me is, and this is just me and my own issues, but if I'm hot to this side, I want a hot throw somewhere over here. I don't care who it is. I don't care what it is. Something over here needs to be an outlet for me to get rid of the ball, because to say that I'm going to take 3, hitch, and wait for an in is just, it's not realistic or sound football for me. And so I think that there's a lot of moving parts. The other thing about this is, is this on the back or is this on the pass protection call unit? Because there are different ways to do this. If this is 5-person pass pro and the edge players, all they're doing is chipping, so they're chipping here and going out, they don't have pass pro responsibilities. Oftentimes you'll see this from the backfield. So these 2 players will be back here, and really it will be 7-person pass pro, and they'll have to block this guy if he blitzes. So, we don't know what the call is. I can just tell you that I would be uncomfortable making these types of throws and decisions with being hot for very long. You can see he gets away with it. He still gets hit. And the guy takes a track like he's, running around the corner because he's scared of the right tackle. But man, that's a hell of a play. It's pretty wild that it worked out. It's not a big deal at all to me that he doesn't throw it to the clear down the middle there. It's more interesting that that he's hot. He's hot to the right, plays to the left, and is able to get this thing with 2 hitches. He still takes a shot, but man, that's a big time conversion on 3rd and 12. This is a world you do not want to live in very often. Whew, nice catch too. Jared Goff, another big play action drive throw, this time working the bottom of the screen. I'm going to call this a deep curl. There's a very good chance that it's a post till you can't type of a concept, but this is a big time throw. Driving the ball down the field. Again, I love the play action. Great pass protection. Look at that fake. Wonderful base. Whoop. Seeing it, ripping it. Big time yak as well. It's a hell of a play. And so when I'm saying it's a post till you can't, and I have no idea, but I'm just saying the best way to do this, in my opinion, is to run this thing inside. And if you can post and you catch quarters or you catch nobody back there, you catch this action, well, then let's just take that thing to the post and go. If for some reason you can't, so say the DB type is so far off that you can't post, you can't go by him, then you just hit your back foot and come right back to him. Either way, even if it's just a called deep curl, it's still a really nice chunk. Again, love the play action element of this. They're in a tight condensed formation again. All sorts of space, right up on him, just super efficient, allows the ball and the timing allows for that yak afterwards to happen, and it turns into a massive chunk. Watch this play fake. Offhand on his core. Timing, look at the base. No heel click. All his cleats in the ground. Ripping it. Lowercase a, right up on him. Let's go. Nice win, man. Last one here, not necessarily Jared Goff centric, but game-winning touchdown off counter. Absolutely love this deuce block. Pretty awesome. Awesome celebration as well. There's a lot to like here. So this is just counter to the right. We'll talk about what the rules of this things are most universally, but it's a really nice job of the right tackle doing what I'm used to calling a deuce block. So watch the right tackle come off on the 3 technique, then come off on the backer, get tripped up, celebrate. Hell yes. So counter from the back here. Again, it's one of those things. One of my favorite plays. I'm a big gap run guy. So this side, we're going to the right. Everyone is gap down. Okay, if there is no one in your gap down, so the right guard technically doesn't have anybody at the line of scrimmage here. So then we're going to be able to get a double team. Okay, a double team in a gap scheme most oftentimes is called a deuce between the guard and the tackle. If it was between the center and the tackle, it would be called an ace. So we're going to get this deuce right here. So this deuce is going to take these 2, and they're going to go to the backside linebacker. So when the backside linebacker comes off or goes over the top, the right tackle does an awesome job, first of all, of just galloping into the 3 technique, knocking it back. So that's the first part of this. And then from the backfield, you want to run right off that double team. So as he comes down to eject us here and then come off to the linebacker type, I prefer to do this C gap. So this is A, B, C. So the tight end's going out. So we're running counter C gap here. The backside guard is kicking out that C gap, whoever shows up in the C gap, and then the sniffer is wrapping through there. So then he's going to collision in the hole. So basically you want to go right inside, right off that double team. Watch the double team from the right tackle. Here comes the deuce. Boom. Look at that movement. You see him drive him out. Look at his hips, bro. Look how low his hips are. Get out of the club. Then we see the left guard come across for the kick. Get out. I mean, that's a big-ass hole. Sniffer does a nice job getting into 32, and then we're through there. Safety can't make the tackle. What a win. So that is a wrap. Jared Goff, the Lions, big win on the road to get the season going. You know, I thought it was a pretty impressive performance as far as just for Jared Goff being clean. There were no muddy decisions. I thought he operated within the structure of the offense really well. Even had some kind of flash creative plays, kind of dropping the arm angle down, creating a little bit, not necessarily on the same stratosphere as the other guy, but still able to play a really clean game that allowed them to have an opportunity to go in there and win on the road to get the season started. Lions fired up. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.